Yeah, Anushka, let's start.
Robert M. Persig once said that boredom always precedes a period of great creativity. Well, that's quite true, I suppose. Hello, everyone. Welcome to yet another session in the series of webinars conducted by CyberCrew. I, Anushka Sharma, along with Ria Jain, database heads CyberCrew, will be coordinating today's session. Robert M. Persig once said that boredom I hope you're keeping safe and you're using your time judiciously during the pandemic. We humbly welcome our Honorable Principal Ma'am, Vice Principal Ma'am, Headmistress Ma'am, and all fellow attendees. I hope you're keeping safe and are using your time judiciously during the pandemic. Now I would like to introduce our presenters, Simran Sagar, Database Head, and Ananya Mathur, Hospitality Head, Cyber Crew. You can always ask your queries in the Q&A section and we'll make sure we answer them. However, if due to time constraints we cannot, please mail them to us on our Microsoft ID, cybercrew@ghaziabad.jaipuriaschools.com. We'll definitely answer them there. Also, it's to be kept in mind that queries from anonymous accounts will be strictly not considered and answered. Hence, you are requested to use your original names. Now over to the presenters. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I Ananya Mathur, Hospitality Head Cyber Crew, along with my co-presenter, would like to welcome you all. Thank you all for joining us today. I hope you all are doing great. Okay, so now let's have a look at the topics we'll cover today. So firstly, we'll see what Adobe Spark really is. Then we'll learn about what are the three different formats. Then we'll see what are its special features. We'll then show you how to access and log into Spark. Also, we'll learn how to create a Spark post like an infographic, a flyer, and a blog graphic. Then we'll see how to make a Spark video. And last but not the least, we'll see how to make a Spark page, which is pretty much a web page. So before getting started, please tell us how familiar you are with Adobe Spark. Type yes or no if you are familiar with it or not. I would like my moderators to please check the Q&A section.
All right, Ananya, it seems like many of them are already familiar with Adobe Spark.
Wow, that's great. Okay, so now let's get started and let's see what Spark really is. So Adobe Spark is basically an online web application which helps in creating stunning social media graphics, short videos, and web pages. There are currently three different formats, or you can say application within the Spark system, which is Spark Page, Spark Post, and Spark Video. Each kind of this specializes a different flavor of visual content. So, for the further description of the three, I would like to call my co-presenter Simran.
Hi guys, so my name is Simran and I'm the database head Cyber Crew. And yeah, thanks Ananya for the clear short brief on Spark. So let's continue. The first we have Adobe Spark Post. In this, you can pick your images, add text on photos, and apply design filters to instantly create beautiful and eye-catching graphic designs. The second we have is Adobe Spark Video. It combines motion graphics, audio recordings, music, text, and photos, and is used to produce short and animated explainer videos. And the last but not the least, we have the Adobe Spark page. In this, the templates and the layout options available are very modern and are designed to present your work in an elegant and engaging way that focuses on visual content.
Thank you, Simran. So now let's add the several special features of this application. So Adobe Spark includes several special features like it provides the user a range of professionally designed themes. The user can also insert pictures into their design with the ability to choose from thousands of pictures on the internet. You could import them or from the photos or from your Dropbox account, from your Lightroom account, or even from a Google Drive pictures. Spark also provides its users a combination of different fonts, colors, and icons. Using them, you could customize your post easily. It also helps you in design resizing, which means that you could easily resize your design according to where you want to post it. You can also create beautiful web page design using Spark too. One could also create some cool quick videos using this application. Okay, so now let's have a look to how to open that. So all you need to do is just type spark.adobe.com on your web browser. adobe.com/sp/s on your web browser, and it will take you to the site. And it will take you to the site. I request my moderators to put this link in the description. So this is what you would see when you put the link. I would like to log in with my school account. Now let me put my email address. Yes, here we go. Now it will ask you an option to select which type of account will you log in with. So I request you all to continue with your school account.
I'm sorry, Ananya, to interrupt, but I think the screen has freezed.
Okay, sorry, just a second.
Guys, by the time Ananya fixes it, I would request you to log in side by side along with Ananya. Use the link I have sent in the description box, in the Q&A section.
Yes, so this will take you sorry, when you put this website, it will lead you to this dashboard, and here you could log in with your school account. So let's get logged in, and let me put my email address. Now it will provide you an option if you want to continue with your personal account or with your school account. So I request you all to continue with your school account, as it then connects you with your Microsoft account, and you can easily log in with your Microsoft ID and password. So let's get logged in.
Ananya, one student is asking whether it's available on Play Store or not.
So yes, for the mobile users, you can download it on the Play Store, but on the Play Store currently, Spark Video and Spark Page is not available. Only Spark Post is available, so you could download it from there. But on the iOS devices, all three of them are available. So if you are a mobile user, you could also open the website using a desktop site. So now when this loads this dashboard, there are several templates, as you can see, and using them you could easily create some good looking things. So now let's move ahead with the topic.
Guys, I hope that you are logging along with Ananya.
So I hope you all have logged in. I hope you all have logged in. So now that was the introduction part of the chapter. Now let's have some practical analysis. Now let's start with Spark Post. So as we discussed earlier, Spark Post helps in creating stunning social media graphics in seconds. So a post can be of actually several kinds. Like it could be a graphic, like it could be a media art, a logo, an infographic, an iconography, and much more. Now, let's try to make a kind of post, which is an infographic. Any idea, participants, what an infographic really is? Like, have you ever heard of it before? I request my moderators to have a look at the Q&A section and please tell us if anyone got that right.
Yeah, sure. Until now, no one has been answering what are infographics. Maybe they don't have an idea about it, and I would like to request you to tell us more about.
No problem, participants. We are here to help you. So, an infographic. It's basically a combination of two words, information and graphic, combining it to give you an infographic. So, it gives a graphical representation of a topic. Now, let's have a look why they are used. So, images, as we know, are great teachers, and so we could display a survey data or summarize long blog posts with not many people would read it. So visual content actually generates up to 30 times more inbound link than content that features only plain text. And so infographics are an effective way to educate or inform an audience. It also helps in making complex data easier to understand and digest. So why not have a practical analysis of it?
So Ananya, one student is asking, if I want to make presentation for my company, so how can I send invites? Do I need to make separate invites or I can send them together?
No, you don't need to make separate invites again and again. You could just create a design and from there you could just have to, it will be saved as your recent project. And in there you could just edit the name and save it.
Okay, great.
So I hope my
Well,
screen
sorry
is
to
connected.
interrupt, but now there are some students who have been answering that question of infographics. I would like to read out their answers. One of them is saying that it is an information provided by the graphics, and other one is saying that I guess that it's a photo with information or presenting a written data in graphs.
Yes, that's great. They got it right. So let's move ahead and let's try to make an infographic. So let's first choose a custom size graphic design. Let's choose a design for our graphic. So I would like to go for a standard size and let's take a widescreen. So let's make a graphic in this current situation. So the most hot topic right now is coronavirus, COVID-19.
I'm sorry, Ananya. The screen
Yes,
is again not visible that you're working on.
okay, just a second.
Okay.
I hope it's visible now, Simran.
Yeah, it's visible. Let's continue.
Great. So I was telling that how we can make an infographic. So I chose the size of my font and now let me add a quick title to it. So let's start by adding a title. So let's give the name COVID-19 preventions. 19 preventions. So now let's give our heading a perfect space, like give it a perfect placing. You could also, if you want, you can add a background shape, or you could change the color. So I would like to add this shape. Yeah, you could actually do according to your choice. So now let's change the font, and let's go with this one. Perfect. Now let's change the background color of the font. So let's go with this one. You could shuffle the text. Yes, great. Now let's make our post graphic more attractive, and let's add a few more icons. So let's add a background to our icon. So let's start by adding circles as a background. You could choose according to your choice if you want to add a background or not. Like, you could choose accordingly as the post, as your template, as your theme. So let's place it here. Now let's add some more. Here and one here. You could easily align it accordingly. Now let's make it more attractive and I add some more icons. So the first icon I would like to add is where wash your hands, which is really important in this time. I hope you all are sanitizing your hands well too, and taking all the preventive measures. So let's add it here. Let's change the size, and perfect. Now let's add a second icon, which is avoid crowding, social distancing. So let's add that. Let's now change its color and give it a perfect placing too. So I would like to place it over here. Maintain social distancing and stay home. Now let's add a last icon, which is wear a mask. Another very important step. Yes, let's change the color. Let's go with this one. Change the size and give it a perfect placing. So now it's almost done, but one big thing, which is adding the labels to our icon, is still remaining. So let's do that. Let me add some text, the labels to my icons. So wash your hands. Let's change its shape and give it a perfect placing. So let's place it over here. Add some more text. Again, give it a perfect placing. Match the sizes of all three text. And last text, let's add the last text. Wear a mask, most compulsory step. And we are done. Let's just change its size. And we are almost done. Yes. So you could easily share this infographic, or you could download it, and even if you back up, it will be saved as your recent projects. So now
Well, Ananya, it's really interesting that we can make such a picturesque representation of the preventions and that too in such a simple manner.
Yes, that's true. So now let's move on to our next topic, which is blog graphics. So any idea, participants, what is a blog? So moderators, please please have a look at the Q&A section. If anyone has written what is the correct definition of a blog?
Yeah, I'll just check.
Yeah.
Some people are writing that blog is a page where we can publish our ideas, and others are just replying probably.
That's great.
Yeah, that's the few answers which say so. We can move forward.
So I'll tell you what a blog is. So a blog is basically an online diary or journal located on a website, and this blog graphic is used to highlight some crucial data on a blog. They are used to make these blogs more attractive. It helps them to get more engagement and also helps a blog to get more shares. The right blog graphic can really help to increase the shareability of a post and makes the blog more enticing to read as well. So, how about creating a one right now? Alright, so let's see how we can create easy blog graphics. So let's start by, let's save this post first. And now let's start by picking a suitable size for a graphic. Okay, so these are several layouts options. I would like to go for a blog post. Yes. Okay, so let's say that I want to make an article about my current article, about setting goals. So I want to make it more attractive and inspiring. So that would be my first intention. So let's start by picking our background. So there are a few options we could choose from. You could add a background color, or you could choose from these templates, or you could also add a texture or an image. So I would like to go with adding a picture, and let's take a photo of the night sky.
Ananya, sorry to interrupt, but I would like to ask the attendees to not use anonymous accounts. We will not consider the answers given by them. Thank you.
So let's take this night sky background. So always keep in mind that you should always choose the pictures which goes with your theme and your blog. So let's place it here. Now let's add some text to it. Add a heading, our main heading. Let's change its shape and font type. And let's give it a perfect placing. So I would like to place it up here. Let me change the size. So yes, let me add the next heading. Again, let's change the font. Let's go with this one. Let's change the color and give it a perfect placement too. So yes, I would like to go for a block letter font and with the script font because of the contrast. So you should always keep in mind, keep the contrast of the text with the background image. So as here is a yellowish background, so I have kept this contrast with the text too. And here we go. You could make it more attractive by adding more icons to it and various things. So yeah, so that was how to create a blog graphic. Now let's move ahead to our next topic. So are there any queries, moderators? Any queries, any doubts?
Yes, one student is asking that can I face any copyright issues if I use any premium photo in Adobe Spark?
No, there are no copyright issues. This is the good thing about that you could easily choose. You could easily choose. They all are free photos, and you could easily choose any one of them. So yes.
Okay.
So let's move ahead and learn about flyer designing. So a flyer is basically a form of paper advertisement intended for a widespread distribution. While making a flyer, we should keep a few things in mind, which are that make your message clear. A good flyer always conveys a message to the audience in just a few seconds. So we should keep that in mind, the content we are creating. It should be clear to all. Try to make it the flyer catchy in order to make people stay hooked to it. You may use catchy headline as its first line or text that the recipients read. It's better to use two fonts in a flyer, one for the main heading and one for paragraphs. You could also use up to 3 fonts if you like. You may also use bullet points or charts to summarize the data and make it easier to understand. Also, don't forget to include your contact info. You should always add your contact info at the bottom part of the flyer. So, let's see how we can make a flyer easily.
I think it's a perfect thing for people who are beginners in creative content and want to share their creativity in this digital field.
That's true. So let's start by making a flyer. So it gives you an option if you want to edit a flyer template or if you want to create a new one. So why not let's edit a flyer this time. So let's go with this one right here. So let's say that we are having a food fest coming up in our city and we have to make a flyer for that. So let's see how we can make that easily. So as soon as it loads up, it's going to be saving as a copy in my project. So that's why it's taking a bit time to load. So let's make a flyer on the food fest event. So let's start by changing the text. Let's give our event a name. And then place it. Yes. Give it a perfect placing. Change our date. You could easily change the font at any time. Just you need to do is double click on the font and you could easily change it. Let's change this location. Yes, so here we go. You could also add some timings of your event.
Guys, here as you can see, all the tools are very simple, and with this you can make your projects like a pro without much efforts. So more you explore, more you learn. So we request you all to try to make something really interesting with this after the session. And yes, don't forget to mail us. We would love to see your work, guys. And yes,
Now,
try with her also.
Now let's change the pictures. So as it's a food fest, so let's go with some junk food. So let's have this one. Let's change this image now. Yes, perfect. And the last image. This images actually make your flyer more attractive, and so more people get interested in your event. So let's add this one right here. You can do accordingly to your post as your theme. You could easily customize it, and we are done. So wasn't that easy and wonderful, like how easily you could create the flyer for event?
Of course it was. And another interesting thing is that Adobe Spark has templates for almost all purposes, which makes it really sorted and simple for us to build some awesome creatives. Isn't it right?
Yes, it's amazing. So are there any questions, moderators? I hope you all are practicing it at the same time. And if you are having any query, please write it in the Q&A section.
No, there aren't any queries as for now, so we are good to continue.
Okay, so for the description of the next topic, I would like to invite my co-presenter Simran.
Yeah, thanks Ananya for showing such great demonstrations. Now let's move on to our next segment, that is Adobe Spark Video. Well, Adobe Spark Video offers a free online slideshow maker with music and transition effects. You can use this to compose a unique presentation by adding different backgrounds, photos, videos, and even voice content. Now, on to the next slide. Yeah, let's move on to the features now. Now, Spark Video includes a lot of features, like as you can see, scaffold storytelling, which basically means that it provides the user with structured templates for the project. Next, we have media literacy concept, which includes the practices that allow people to access, critically evaluate, and manipulate media. We also have a built-in searchable library of Creative Commons licensed vector images and photographs. Then automatic tracking. Projects are automatically synced across the web or the iOS app, so you can work whenever inspiration strikes. Then we have a library of free music and story guides, the narrative story structure prompts to help users learn about narrative structure. Okay, now let's have a live demonstration on how to make a simple video on Adobe Spark, and I would like you all to practice along. All right, now to make a video, click on the plus icon here and select video. Now, Adobe always gives an option to name a project. So we will give our video a title. Let's call it a short demo. Okay, and we'll click next. Now, as you can see, it provides us with a lot of options. You can swipe through the templates to find the one that fits, or you can start from scratch, creating your own style. I'm going to use the make up your own template. All right, and now we are going to put our video together on a slide by slide basis.
Sorry to interrupt. Simran, one student is having a query from the last slide. He's asking, what is Creative Commons license?
CC, well, Creative Commons license basically means that these are free for you to use and you won't face any copyright issues, basically. Okay, here we are. Adobe provides you some quick tips, so let's just skip it that for now. Okay, we have 4 layouts provided to us, as you can see. Let's go with full screen. And let's start by adding a picture to appear at the beginning of our video. So let me select a photo. Here, I can upload a photo, I can connect my Google account or my Dropbox account if I have pictures in there that I would like to use. Or I can even use the built-in search tool. In this case, let's use the pictures from the Adobe Gallery. And let's search stars and enter. So I think this looks quite suitable. Yeah, and now let's add a suitable title as well. You can see that I can adjust the font size from here. And if I don't like the font style, I can just simply go to theme and I'll choose a different style from the menu on the right hand side, depending upon the type of project that I'm making. So let's go with noir. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, now let's add another slide from here. And let me show you the video option. Instead of photo, we're going to choose video. And when you click video, you will be able to choose a video from your computer. All right, so I choose this. These would usually be in a .mv4 or .mp4 format. Now don't worry if you don't have the right format for the video. We will be providing links to some free online converters. So I would like the moderators to please do that. Okay, so our video has opened and you will be able to choose which section you want to display. And you can see here that I can adjust the amount of video that I want to use and the placement of the video in terms of where it starts to where it ends. So let's take that short clip and save it. You can crop that out, save, and that will be inserted into the slide that you will be working on. But you may only choose up to a 30-second for the video. Video clips cannot be any longer than 30 seconds per slide. And if you do have a clip longer than that, Spark will invite you to store 30 seconds, then move on to the next slide and use more of the original clip. So that's how you can do it. Since it's going to take a little time, let's cancel that for now. Otherwise, it is very simple. Okay. Now let's do another format instead. Okay. I'll go for title and text. And let's add another picture. Something attractive. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, this one. Sure. Now let's add a title. And a suitable text as well. World beyond. As cliche as it sounds, let's just go with that. Now I'll just increase the size a bit. Yeah. Okay. Now I'll add just one more slide and show you another one of the layout that we have, and it's split screen. I'll just add a photo to the left hand side and text to the right. Let's add another quick photo. Yeah, I think this looks fine. And let's add a text here.
Simran, I think it's look easier than the media creating softwares that we use offline.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so I think this looks good. Let's just increase the size of it. Okay. Now we'll go back and record some voiceovers. See, one of the greatest things about Adobe Spark is that I can simply hold down this icon and record my voice. So let's try that. I'll just click and hold. Welcome to my video. Yeah, so you can preview the voice that you just recorded. And if you don't like the narration, you can simply re-record it by repeating the process, or you can remove it by clicking on the time slot here. Click it and wait. Yeah. You can adjust the time slot for the slide that you want it to be displayed. Okay. So now you can have a preview for the slide that you just made. Let's have a preview. Now, you all must have noticed that some background music was automatically added into my video, And if I don't like that music, I can just simply go to the upper right corner and select music. I can turn it down or I can turn it off entirely. And I even have the option to add my own music or choose from the library. And all these tracks are also, as previously told, Creative Commons licensed. That means they are free. So yeah. Now, Adobe Spark will suggest that you should write on each slide, and even at the end of the video, you will get to write your own credits. So let's add a thank you note for all the viewers. Yeah, that looks good. And let's leave the credits where they're due for the images that we just used. Now, for the basic queries that you might be having, let's look here. To copy a slide or to delete a slide, just click on the options here, and you can duplicate it and delete it. All right, let's leave it at that. And when I'm finished with my video and I'm happy with everything that's in it, we can hit the download button right here and it will save as an .mp4 file on my computer. Or we can hit the share button and share it online, invite to our friends or publish it. Adobe lets you create a link for your project for you to share. So let's try publishing it, shall we? Okay, you can see that I can still change the title of the video that we put in the start. So let's leave it at that. And let's pick a category here. What suits it? Well, I guess stories. Yeah. And there's an option to, you can turn off the author note. Let's keep it on now. And let's create a link. Yeah, this will take a minute.
Simran, there is one query. Can we add a clip also in a video?
Yeah, that's what we did. We can just simply crop out a clip from a video and add it to your slide. The only limitation is that it can't be more than 30 seconds.
Okay.
And our link is almost complete.
Simran, I never thought that can be so easy to make short videos without much efforts.
Yep, that's right. In my opinion, I think that this application is really good for the students who want to share their creativity with their friends and family. So yeah, you can see that our link has been created and you can simply copy it from here and share it online on your socials or Facebook or Twitter or wherever. Or you can even embed it. As a publisher, embedding publication allows you to determine the size, appearance, and sharing capabilities of your content, giving you a control over how your work is displayed to the readers. So yeah, you can see this isn't a very difficult app to deal with and can actually provide you with some quality projects for your use. And there you have it. That's how you can create a simple video by using Adobe Spark. Now, if you have any queries, you know what to do. Let us know in the Q&A box and we'll clear your doubts. Okay, let's continue, Nanya.
So one student is asking how to add our own video.
Yeah, to add your own video, you can simply just upload and it will take you to your desktop and you can choose whichever video that you want.
And there is one more question. Can I add a video to my Spark page?
On Spark page? Well, yeah, you can insert video on your pages, but not directly from your computer or device. You must upload it on a video sharing platform, like YouTube and even Adobe Spark Video. You can just upload it there and copy the URL and edit on the page that you want. I hope it clears the query.
Yes. There's this query in which a person is asking how to add our own music and from where can we download if we want to add it.
Music? That's the same as video. You just click on add my own music and it will take you to your music directory or on your desktop.
Yeah, there are no more queries as of now, so we can continue.
All right, let's continue then, Ananya.
Okay. So thank you, Simran, for that wonderful description. Now let's move ahead to our next topic, which is logo designing. A logo is basically a graphic mark symbol or a style name which is used to identify a company, organization, or a product of a brand. So it basically shows a style version of the company's name and has its brand recognition. So while creating a logo, we should keep a few things in mind. That we should start with an icon that represents your company. And you could add a suitable name to it. Always pay attention to the patterns and trends that stand out, especially in your industry. Think like pros and give your logo a perfect style and a perfect look. So let's play a quick game here. Could you guys identify which one is the correct logo? I would like to ask my moderators to please check the Q&A section. Like if any of them got them right, which is the correct one? Participants, which do you think is the correct one? This one or this one?
Guys,
Can you
just
identify
type
the
A
difference?
or B. Guys, just type A or B.
Yes, you could just type A or B.
So many of them are saying second one, B.
Second one, B.
Some of them are saying the first one, that is A, or the right one. Like there are mixed sort of answers.
Yes.
Okay, so the correct answer is A. So next, move ahead to the next one. So what do you think about this? Which logo is correct? The A or B? Moderators?
They
What
are
are the-
saying the second logo seems to be correct and the B option. So quite
Wow,
many
that's
B's
great.
and
This
a
is the
few
correct
A's
answer.
as well.
So the correct answer is B. Congratulations to all the people who got that right, participants who got that right. So I would like to ask Simran to give this a quick description of this for logo. Like how we can create it and how we could use it on our videos.
All right, then. Let me share my screen first. Just a second.
Guys, I hope you are enjoying this session.
If you are, you can just put a thumbs up in the comment section to let us know.
Okay, so now to create a logo, let's go to create a project again and branded graphic. Okay, now here you will have an option that you can add your own pre-made icon that you want to use as a .jpg or .png, but we can skip this step for now and let's start from the scratch. So click on skip this step and try our logo maker. All right, now it will ask you some questions. For business, let's keep it restaurants and name our restaurant. Okay, and the slogan, the best in town. When you have filled all the information that you need, just click on next and it will ask for you to choose a style. Now a Japanese restaurant should be modern, clean and simple in my opinion. So let's go with that. I'll select that and next. Right, so now I have to choose a suitable icon for a restaurant. I think, yeah, this looks fine. The most basic one. Yeah, let's go with that and next. Yeah, so check this out here. Adobe will automatically create many logo options for you to choose from. Okay, so let's take something that that looks good. Yeah. And now you can even change the color of the logo, right? And the font as well. Yeah, let's keep it that. And now you can simply download it right here, or you can customize it even further. And now you can use it for whatever your social media or merchandise or your website that you want to use. Right, so it's that easy. Now again, if you have any queries, let us know.
Wow, that's so great and like so interesting too.
So Simran, one student is asking, why should we use Spark if there are already many offline applications available?
Well, you see, your content needs to look professional if you want to like publish your stuff online. So, and if you are not very familiar with professional products, professional applications that you have, it would take a lot of time. But with this, with Spark, you can easily create documents and pages that looks more attractive and engaging than, let's say, a PowerPoint.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Nanda, let's continue.
Okay, so now let's move ahead to our next topic, which is Adobe Spark page. Yes. So, what is a web page? A web page is basically a collection of information provided by a website and displayed to a user in your web browser. You could now just a second. Sorry. Now let's see how to make a web page on Adobe Spark. So yes. You could easily create a web page on your Adobe Spark. Like, let me show you how to do that. So, yes. So let's say that I have started a startup or my business and I want to create a website or a web page for that. So Adobe Spark help you in doing the same. So let's say that I have started a florist business. So let's add a web page for that. So the first things first, we'll start by adding a background photo and a title to our page. So let's start with the background photo. Let's choose like a flowers, bouquet, roses, anything of your choice. Like, but the background of the photo, like the website, should be attractive, so that the customers would want to like scroll down your website and have a look at more of your products and much more. Now let's add a quick title to it. Let's say Floral Street. Now let me add a quick subtitle to it. Magic of flowers. So yes, now we can scroll down and add some more slides. So it gives you a wide variety of options to add. You could add a photo, a text, a button which acts as a hyperlink. So you could add a button and then if you put some link, so it will connect you to that page. You could add a video link, YouTube video link, or some other website. So let's add you could add a video like Spark video if you have created, so you could add that, or you could have a photo grid, a photo collage. You could split screen, or you could have a glide show, which is like a presentation. So let's add some text to it. So let's say every flower blossoms in its own time. In its own time, sorry. So yes, let's add a quick heading. Let's edit it. Let's place it in the center. You could add it like if you want to have it a bigger heading, you could choose H1 or H2 accordingly. So let's go with the H1 heading and let's add some more slides. So let's add a select layout. You could add more photos to it. Let's choose this one. And let's add another photo, or you could add text. So let's add some more text to it. Let's say life is too short to give boring flowers. So let's add that text to it. Now let's You may add a split layout, so let's add a quick glide show. So it helps you to add several types of photos, and then it will make a small presentation with using those photos. So let's have a few. Let's go with this one, and then we could add more photos, so let's go with this and this. If you want, you could add more photos, so let's add some more photos. And if we save it, so it works at a glide show. If you want to add, you could add some caption to it, like let's say, good times or bad, a flower always blossom. It depends on your creativity, like what you want to add, how you want to show it.
Guys, we hope you are doing with us.
Yes, we hope you are practicing with us too. I hope you are also finding it super interesting. You could also add some quick photos to it, more photos as a caption. So that's up to your choice and up to your creativity, like how you want to present it, how you want to show it. So let's give a quick preview to it, our website. So this takes a bit time to load because it keeps saving a post side by side. So let's see. Yes. So here's our website with the front view, and then you could scroll down with this ready, and it's ready to be. Isn't it so beautiful and creative, like interesting? So
Yeah, it's a great way to create like such attractive web pages in such good time.
you could also share your web page and publish it as a link, or you could also invite people to see your website. So it's really helpful and really interesting. So that's
Well, there's this doubt of what is a Lightroom feature. Could you please explain this?
Well, Lightroom's feature, basically it is a library where like we can use the templates and photos that are shared by the other users. When they make the templates, they all get stored in a cloud basically, and you can use those templates. But you just have to sync your Adobe with the Lightroom for its use, and you can share your templates as well. I think it's one of the best features of Adobe.
Yeah, it truly is. So guys, you see, Adobe Spark is such an awesome platform to create beautiful graphics, web pages, video stories that are ready in minutes. It gives us beautiful typographies, iconic imageries, professional themes, which will not fail to make an impact on the viewer. And I hope you all will enjoy working on the same platform.
Okay, now it's your turn to use all the basic functions that we just explained and show your creativity. Here are some topics that you might choose. We have an invitation for the School Tech Fest, an interesting story of your life, any moment that you might want to share, or the memories during lockdown. We would love to see your creative potential, and you can submit your projects today at cybercrew@careers.jaipuriaschools.com. And out of your submissions, we will be posting the one that we like the best on our CyberCrew official Facebook page. So good luck, everyone.
you may please mail us your projects at our email address, or also don't forget to mail at cybercrew@ghaziabad.jaipuriaschools.com. We'll be waiting for your responses.
Guys, can you please go back to the last slide? They want to take a screenshot of the task that you gave.
Yes, sure.
So guys, we hope that you all enjoyed this session. So guys, now we can. So thank you Simran and Ananya for such a wonderful session. It was really enthralling experience to get to know about such a useful and creative platform from you guys. I would like to thank our Honorable Principal Ma'am, Vice Principal Ma'am, Headmistress Ma'am, and the whole IT department for their constant support because it would have been impossible to take such an initiative without them. Thank you guys for such an enthusiastic participation and making this initiative a great success. It really means a lot. Now, I would like to request you guys to please mail your creativity to us on our CyberCrew's mail ID, cybercrew@ghaziabad.jaipuriaschools.com. We will surely post the shortlisted ones on our social handle. And yes, you can always ask your queries also to the presenters. We look forward to see you in our next webinar on chatbot using Watson, scheduled on 17 June, that is Wednesday. You can freely contact us for any query on our mail IDs. We are always willing to answer them. And yes, don't forget to fill the feedback form link to which is provided in Q&A section. It really means a lot. Thank you all. Stay home. Stay safe and have a nice day.
Could you just please get back to the next previous slide because one of the student couldn't note your mail IDs. Thank you. Thank you guys for such an enthusiastic participation and a positive response. We really hope to see some of your creatives that you can send to us on our mentioned mail IDs.
Thank you all for joining today's webinar. I hope you all find it interesting and super fun too.